Imagine this. It's 1906. San Francisco is on fire. Literally. Buildings are crumbling, people are screaming, and chaos reigns supreme. But while everyone else is running away from the destruction, one man is running toward it, with nothing but a horse-drawn cart and a mission to save millions of dollars buried under rubble. That man, Amadeo Giannini, the guy who didn't just create modern banking, he rewrote the rules of money itself. But here's what they don't tell you about Giannini. He wasn't born rich. In fact, his rise to power involved secrets so dark, scandals so shocking, and risks so insane that if Hollywood made a movie about him, critics would call it too unrealistic. So buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the life of the man who gambled everything, not just to build an empire, but to change the world forever. To understand how Amadeo Giannini became the father of modern banking, you have to go back to where it all began, in the dirt and sweat of Northern California. Born in 1870 to Italian immigrants, Giannini grew up poor. His family barely scraped by selling fruits and vegetables. By the time he was 15, he was already working full-time at his stepfather's produce business. But here's the thing, Amadeo hated being stuck behind counter. While other kids dreamed of adventure, Amadeo had bigger plans. Plans fueled by frustration. You see, back then, banks were only for the wealthy elite. If you weren't wearing a top hat or sipping champagne, good luck getting a loan. And that pissed Amadeo off. Why should hardworking farmers, shopkeepers, and laborers be left out? So, at just 31 years old, Amadeo did something no one saw coming. He opened a bank for the common man. No fancy suits required, just honesty and hustle. But little did anyone know, this decision would set off a chain reaction that changed the entire financial system and almost destroyed him in the process. Fast forward to April 18th, 1906. At 5:12 a.m., the ground shook violently beneath San Francisco. Within minutes, fires erupted across the city, devouring everything in their path. Panic spread like wildfire, and guess what every single bank did? They locked their doors, closed up shop, left people stranded without access to their cash. Not Amadeo Giannini. While others fled, Giannini grabbed two trusted employees, loaded up a horse-drawn cart, and drove straight into the inferno. His goal? To rescue $80,000 in gold and silver coins hidden inside his bank vault. Yes, you heard me right. $80,000 in cash. And he did it while dodging falling debris and raging flames. And when the smoke cleared, Giannini didn't stop there. He set up a makeshift desk on the waterfront and started handing out emergency loans to small businesses and families, using nothing but his memory to keep track of who owed what. No paperwork, no collateral, just trust. This bold move turned him into a local hero overnight, but also put a massive target on his back. Now, let's talk about the side of Amadeo Giannini they don't teach you in history class. Because for every success story, there's always a skeleton hiding in the closet. And Giannini's closet? Well, it was packed. As Giannini's Bank of Italy, grew larger, it attracted enemies. Powerful ones, wealthy industrialists and Wall Street tycoons despised him. They called him a peasant banker and accused him of ruining the industry with his reckless generosity. But the real scandal came when rumors surfaced that Giannini had ties to organized crime. Was it true? Did Giannini really work with the Mafia? The truth is complicated. While there's no concrete evidence linking him directly to criminal activity, many believe he turned a blind eye to questionable dealings in order to expand his empire. After all, some of his biggest clients included notorious figures tied to illegal gambling and bootlegging operations during Prohibition. But here's the kicker, Giannini never denied these accusations. Instead, he doubled down, saying, "I serve the people, not the powerful." Whether you think he was a saint or a sinner, one thing's for sure, Amadeo Giannini played dirty when he had to. And sometimes, playing dirty pays off big time. By the 1920s, Giannini's Bank of Italy had grown into one of the largest banks in the country. But with great success comes great jealousy. Enter E.H. Harriman Jr., a ruthless railroad magnate who wanted to take over Giannini's empire. What followed was a corporate war unlike anything the world had ever seen. Harriman launched a hostile takeover bid, buying up shares of Giannini's bank and rallying shareholders against him. For months, Giannini fought back, using every trick in the book, from public speeches to smear campaigns, to win back control. But just when it seemed like he might lose everything, Giannini pulled off a masterstroke. He took his fight directly to the people. Traveling across the state, Giannini gave impassioned speeches urging ordinary citizens to buy shares and protect their bank. Against all odds, they listened. Thousands of everyday Americans pooled their savings to help Giannini defeat Harriman once and for all. It was a David versus Goliath moment that cemented Giannini's legacy as a champion of the common man. Today, Amadeo Giannini's name may not be as famous as Rockefeller or Carnegie, but his impact is undeniable. The Bank of Italy eventually merged with Bank of America, becoming one of the largest financial institutions in the world. Every time you swipe your credit card, apply for a mortgage, or deposit a paycheck, you're benefiting from Giannini's vision. But perhaps the most fascinating part of Giannini's story isn't what he built, it's what he risked. He bet everything on the idea that ordinary people deserved a chance to succeed. And in doing so, he proved that true innovation doesn't come from greed or power, it comes from empathy. Oh, and one last thing. Remember those rumors about Giannini working with the Mafia? Turns out, decades later, investigators discovered secret documents suggesting that Giannini may have actually funded the construction of Las Vegas. Yep, the gambling capital of the world owes its existence in part to the same man who saved San Francisco from ruin. Talk about leaving a complicated legacy. So next time you walk into a bank, or even check your balance on your phone, remember the name Amadeo Giannini. Because whether you love him or hate him, one thing's certain: without him, the world of finance would look very different today. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button and let us know in the comments, what other historical figures should we cover next? And stay curious, stay ambitious,